people have the right to want who they want, even if who they want isn't you. And no matter how much you do for a person, if he's not invested in a relationship with you, the amount of things you do for him has no meaning. My mother used to tell me all the time, never make a man tell you he doesn't want you more than once. He's told you in 90 different ways that he doesn't want you. When he doesn't come home, when he doesn't talk to you, when he doesn't share like he used to, when he, that's saying, I don't want you. And that doesn't have anything to do with your value as a person. But women often, we've invested so much time and money in a guy, we just can't, we can't cut our losses and go. But it never gets better. You can't, never beg anybody to love you. It never works. Never beg anybody to love you.
This is going to sound harsh, but I'm going to deliver it to you exactly the same way that my therapist delivered it to me. The man that you're obsessed with, the man that you're in love with and you can't let go, there is nothing special about him. He just reminds you of your father, and you think that if you can convince him to love you and approve of you and choose you, then somehow that little girl deep inside of you is finally going to get the approval and love from her daddy that she's always wanted. The wound that he is leaving you with, the pain, the reason it's so severe is because he is sprinkling salt over a wound that you have carried since you were a child. Stop giving him so much credit.
And check this out. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you ever find yourself in a position where you feel like you gotta beg a man to treat you right, love you right, do right by you, beg a man to be faithful, to come home, to stop texting those other girls, beg a man to be attentive and give you the time you deserve, that's not a man for you. Listen to me. A queen don't belong on her knees begging a man to act right because she knows there's a man out there, the right man, that will do all those things and she won't have to ask. The right man, you will never have to ask to be loyal for you because he already understands that it's part of the deal. You won't have to ask for his time because he's giving you a cornucopia of them. You won't have to ask him not to be in those other girls' inbox because he got common damn sense. If you ever find yourself having to beg a man to do those things, realize the only begging that should be done is after you leave and he's begging to get you back, but you won't go back because you already found a man that don't even have to ask.
Ladies, if you gotta ask to be a priority in that man's life, you with the wrong man. Because the thing about a man, like when we really like you, we will carve out a space for you in our life if we feel like you are important because we don't want to lose you. That man is gonna make sure that I'm taking you on dates. That man is gonna make sure to pay attention to what it is that you value and, find ways to implement that, whether it be cards or gifts or notes or just intimate things, just to make sure that you feel valued, regardless of what it is that he got going. He could be one of the busiest dudes in the world, but you will be a priority. There will be no confusion. There will be no mistaking it. That man really values me. That will be the feeling. But if you run around a situation like not sure, or I think he does. He shows me sometimes, but like once those thoughts come in, the writing is on the wall. That lets you know that that man does not prioritize you like that, and you need to go find a man who does.
Have you begged?
Yes.
In a relationship, and what did that entail? Like, what did you beg for?
I begged for love. I begged for attention. I begged for touch.
Wow.
I begged for communication. I begged to make it work. I actually brought myself to the lowest that I think that I've ever been in my whole life. Like I loved this person more than I loved myself. So I gave up any of my desires to try to make this person happy and make him love me. And I was willing to do anything to get the love from this person. And looking back, it's pitiful. Oh my God, I could cry. I could fucking cry because I love them so much and I begged and begged. And now when I think back, like, you don't have to beg. You don't have to beg.
It's crazy.
It comes. And when it does come, it's like, oh my God, it's here.